What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back another video on the channel. And today, for like the 6th time on this channel, we went back to Fluffy's hot chicken. Believe it or not, this was not my doing. Move my receipt. This wasn't me this time. I got tagged in so many videos from Fluffies and other creators who have tried this biscuit right here that I said, you know what? I'm not going to be mad that I have to go back, but we did go back. Two items. This one is the new item. I believe it's only available for the month of October, but it is a Nashville chicken biscuit. Apparently the biscuit's homemade and it's really good, so I'm going to try that. Another thing that I kept getting tagged in was their filled fries mac and cheese. You can do a half and half. Now, I'm fat. I like food. The only thing you can do to make this different, this is both of those items. What you do is you ask them for a half and half, but this is their filled mac and cheese, my favorite thing on the menu, and this is their filled fries, my favorite thing on the menu, but both are excellent. You do have the option, even on apps, if you ask for it, you can ask for half fries and half mac and cheese. But that is what's on the agenda today, as well as something new that I haven't tried before because I couldn't help myself. Everything on this menu was $15. So I can discuss the price with you. Everything is $15, but in my opinion, this again is one of my favorite places in the area. It is well worth what you pay for it. There's a lot of food for what you pay, and the food is excellent. I never have a problem with how much it costs. So drop a thumbs up. We are going to get into this Nashville, I drooled, biscuit right away. Let's do it. Apparently this biscuit is homemade and drizzled with like a honey butter, and then there is a sauce on here as well. And I got hot. They have up to blistering hot. Hot is right next to that, but my favorite two are medium and hot at most hot chicken places. I will say this biscuit does feel nice, and it feels like it's doing what it's supposed to do. It does feel like it's doing what it's supposed to do. I'm talking too much. Oh, I can't wait to try this. Yeah. I know their chicken's good. I've had it a bunch of times. I eat it all the time. That's a no-brainer. It's crispy, it's juicy, you can get it sauced however you like, and you get a very large tender. The thing that I am absolutely floored about, they said it was a family recipe. I'm about to join our family. This biscuit is delicious. You can tell it's homemade. It's not dry at all. And it is very... Not fire, man. Not fire. I would just get these biscuits. I'm not gonna much lie to you. Y'all keep it. Look, listen. I know you put that it's only like a monthly thing. I'm gonna need y'all to keep this. I'm gonna need y'all to keep this. You can't really get biscuits around here like this. This is fantastic. Damn. I will say, on mine, there's not a lot of, I believe it's like a pimento sauce. I'm not really getting it. But the chicken and the biscuit are crazy. Everybody talking about these apparently. You can add me to that list. I need to try the pimento sauce a little bit more. But I know y'all be watching because we've had conversations at Fluffy. So I'm going to talk to y'all like a human being and not like a corporation. This right here, ain't nothing wrong with it, right? Look at me. Keep it on the menu. I don't know what the logistics are, but we need to work with this one right here. This is very good. We can do a lot with that. We can add to that. We can. Y'all see the hand signals? I don't even know what the hell this means, but I know I want it. Y'all don't miss that, man. Y'all don't miss. 9.4 out of 10. I'm whatever that means, that's that right there. This might be one of them things where I saved this. I might just have to keep that with it. But let's also get into what everybody else was talking about. Full disclosure, I've had both of these before. It ain't nothing new to me, but since y'all wanted to see it, hey, I'm not mad at you. We have the filled fries and the filled mac and cheese. Now, like I said, here's the caveat. The only thing, if you ask for it half with the fries and half mac and cheese, this is just a full order and a full order. But it's the same exact thing. Comes with Fluffy sauce. One of them comes with pickles. I believe the fries, but not the mac and cheese. I don't really like pickles, so we didn't do that here. The fries comes with coleslaw as well, and you can get it whatever sauce that you like. You get a ton of chicken. Again, I know I've said this a billion times, but the amount of food that you get, there is a massive amount of chicken on here. I would say probably about three and a half tenders worth of chicken, which is a lot. Their mac and cheese is very creamy, but it works for a creamy mac and cheese with the Nashville and everything else in here. But for sake of trying them together, that's why we're here. So I'm gonna get some of these fries. Fries are still nice and crispy too. Good food travels well. It's my opinion. It's not a fact. It's just my opinion. Make sure we get enough fries in here. And then we're going to come back in for... Look how fat this tender is, bro. You get a lot. We're going to come back in. We're going to do this. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Y'all know this is about to be... Chicken. Some sound effects. You ready? Still nice and crispy. Still juicy. These are both medium. The fluffy sauce, which is right here, very similar to like Dave's sauce at Dave's Hot Chicken, if you like that. Very similar. To me, this is a little bit sweeter. So, I am a fan of it. It is drizzled on here. The fries are still really crispy. You get some nice coleslaw. And if you're like me, you just get 2 full orders. And you move it. You know? But there's probably a whole chicken on this somehow. And to me, I'm looking for the words because I'm just, you know, chomping along. To me, you can't go wrong with either of these. But if you're indecisive, get the half and half. This is some of my favorite stuff in the area. I talk about my top, like, 5 restaurants and things that I've done over the last couple of years. This is definitely on that list. And most people that I know that have been here say the same thing. Some places get hype and it's not worth it. Just being real. This place has been hyped up since it opened. And it's 100% worth the hype. I love it, please. No lie. Both of these for me, can't really go wrong. I prefer the mac and cheese a little bit more. But they're still in that like 9.5 category. I get this so much. It's not even a joke, man. Again, look how creamy. I don't want to drop this fork, but man, can't go wrong. And you get so much food. It just ticks. It ticks all the boxes for what I want when I get hot chicken. I need one more bite. And then we're going to show you the last thing we got here. So I got to get up in here. It's crazy. Here we go. My feet just went out. That's how you know. Damn, that's good. Now here... Now here is something that I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about this enough. They also have an entire menu dedicated to what's called a Frankie roll. The real name of this place is Fluffies Hot Chicken and Frankie Rolls. And this is something that I love at this place, but it's a different version. I've had the tandoori chicken, the Nashville hot chicken, and now I am trying the sweet chili Frankie roll. So you get naan and you get this sweet chili chicken on here, and it usually comes with like a chutney and a couple of other different types of vegetables on here, which I don't know if I can open this up without screwing this up. But here you go. And get up in here. Most of these I've loved. I'd be surprised if I didn't like this one as well, but let's give it a shot. Man, I don't want to bite the paper. The sweet chili sauce for me isn't my preference when it comes to these. You do get an absolute ton of chicken, which is good. I'm not saying, it's just, I've had the other ones and the other ones move me a lot more. This is still good though. This is just one of those things that, chicken's super juicy. I love the chili sauce on here, but the one that really, really got me was the tandoori chicken. That's the one that moved me a little more. That one's good though. It's just a little, for me, I like the spicier stuff. And that one, of course, it's sweet chili chicken. I wanted to try it. It's just more on the sweet side. But I do recommend that you look at their Frankie Rules and try those, because I feel like if you don't, you're missing out. This one isn't as good just because of the sauce. I should have got the other one. But you got to try everything. I would give this an 8 out of 10. The other one for me was in the like 9.2 range. I thought it was excellent. But it just comes down to that sauce. Man. I want to eat this whole thing. You have no idea. I already told one of my people, my family members, that I would give them this. I want to eat it. And I know there were some people asking, like, who are the people in your family that you give it to? I understand that social media is like this parasocial thing, but they didn't sign up for this. I don't put other people's stuff out there. Like, just know that I'm not throwing it out. That's the whole point. I don't need you to specifically see anything. And if you don't want to take my word for it, I can respect that. I'm not here to impress anyone or things of that nature. I get the parasocial thing. I get people want to open up a door and know what's going on behind and behind and behind. But y'all see my mouse here. That's because I'm using a computer program. Not that it matters. But, you know, there's always going to be a level of a buffer zone that I want between other people in my life and, like, my channel. I don't know why I explain these type of things, because I feel like some people say, well, you don't have to explain yourself. But it don't matter to me. I like to explain myself. I just like to keep it a buck with y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I appreciate everything you've done for me. But there's always going to be, for me, I know not everybody's like this, but there's always going to be, for me, like a buffer zone, especially between people around me, because as much as people don't want to believe this, like, this life as being a content creator, as you want to call it, is great. Like, I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Like, I really feel blessed and I enjoy doing it, but there is an amount of thick skin that you have to have that I signed up for. You know what I'm saying? I know people are going to have something to say about me, and, you know, that comes with the territory. Like, that's whatever. But they didn't. So I don't need them being subjected to stuff like that. And even though I don't mind people talking trash about me, I don't want people talking trash about whether that's people in my family or somebody that, you know, my friends or stuff like that, you know. And some of y'all don't really get that part, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe you haven't had to deal with it on that scale. But this isn't a feel sorry for me thing, because I don't care. But other people, I don't know if every individual person could handle getting rude comments from random people through all hours of the day. And I can tell you that people that have made appearances on my channel sometimes will send me screenshots of stuff that people say about them and be like, yo, why do you gotta say stuff like that? I'm like, that's just the way it is, man. Like, you gotta, you know. And sometimes they don't want to deal with that, because they don't get paid to do this. I do. You know, I have an incentive, not that it's the money, but not everybody has that same incentive or reason. So I know people ask for my friends and stuff like that. Live streams, they're still there, but live streams aren't forever. Like, if you don't catch it, you can watch the VOD for up to 90 days. But there's videos that I've done from years ago that people will comment on and say stuff, and then my friends that are in the video will be like, man, that was so long ago. Why don't they just get I'm just like, bro, that's the world, man. That's just the way that it is. So I understand that. If some people can't respect it, I'm just being transparent where other people are, and then me. Like, my life is as we know it. Like, this is what it is. Like, once the stuff is out there, it's out there. So I'm not mad at it. I love y'all, man. I really do. And that's why I'm gonna eat this whole thing if I keep talking. That's why I am so honest with, like, most people wouldn't talk to y'all the way that I do. And some people take offense to, because I'm real. You know, you're like, hey, why don't you do this? And I'm like, because that's not what you know. I don't know how to be that creator that's, like, robotic with his answers. That's like, hey, I apologize. I can't be that person. So I talk to y'all like I would talk to anybody else. Some people do think that I'm like offended or something like that. I've said this a billion times, bro. If I was offended, I won't answer you. If you say something that's way too off the cuff, I'm just gonna ban it because I don't need hateful type of talk. You can insult the content to a certain extent. You can insult me, but when it goes off and beyond to something that has nothing to do with the video, I just don't think that that's the type of energy that anybody wants around. Because I see people in the comments that start interacting with that, and then the person that's being rude gets the reaction they wanted, not from me, but from other people, and then they start being rude to them, and I'm like, okay, now you're just messing with people that's just, you know, they feel the need to defend me, which I appreciate. If you want to, I'm not gonna tell you not to, but I don't like when people attack, because to me, there's a human element to this, even amongst you guys, the viewers, that some people just miss. But if you talk to me and you see like me, I get that I may talk with a tone sometimes because I be talking in the speech to text and it uses punctuation and but I don't really be. If it's that deep, bro, I'm not gonna answer you. I'm not gonna entertain that. You know what I'm saying? But some people think they're getting a reaction out of you and then they start attacking everybody else. And that's when I'm like, nah, bro, like you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But I will eat this whole thing, bro. That's so good. The biscuit is fire, bro. I'll just leave it at that. The food is fire. Fluffies is in Hackensack, New Jersey. And it's absolute heat. It is. But that's going to end the video. I got to go because I'll eat all this. Certain food, I know I'll eat all this. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. I love y'all. The hand signs. They made it to YouTube.